Assalamu alaikum. Today in the unit electrostatic, we are going to cover the isolos, define electric field and electric field intensity. And the second is to draw the electric field lines for an isolated negative and the positive charges. So first, what is electric field? Electric field is a region around the charge in which if we brought any other charge, it experiences a force. So the any space around the charge where there is effect is felt is called the electric field. Electric force is an action at a distance force, or it is a non-contact force, and this action at a distance force gives us a new concept, that is the electric field. Means that anything that is in the electric field will experience the electrostatic force, and if it is not necessary the two charges are in contact with each other. So balloon, if a balloon have a charge, an oppositely charged balloon is brought near to them, uh, it can attract, or if the same charged balloon, they can repel even if they are near, not in contact. So you can see that video, okay, that is about the fields.
Two electrically charged objects exert a force on each other. They also exert a force on each other even when they are not in contact. This force is called an action at a distance force. If we have a charged object, we can actually predict what will happen to the other electric charges when they are brought close to the other object. A charged object modifies the space around it, forming an electric field.
A charge object, if there is a charge object, we can predict, if we know the charge of this, if we can predict that what happened to the other charge if it is brought in its field. Okay, now, so
Objects. And now we will observe the force as an action that the electric field exerts on the charge that enters that field. So, what is an electric field? Michael Faraday was a British scientist and was the first person to introduce the concept of electric field. A field can be any quantity that can be given a value at all points in the space around the source of the field, or a region of influence.
so according to the Michael Faraday, what is an electric field? Electric field is
Two electrically charged objects exert a force.
can be any quantity that we given a value at all points in a space around the source of the field. Means around the source there is a field, and there is some value. If we place any other charge at any point in the field, there must be the some value of that point. And a region of influence means, it means that if we brought any other charge in the vicinity of in near to the another charge in the field of that charge, it will be influence, means that a force, it experiences a force, and it depends on whether it is the force is attractive or repulsive, depending that they are like charges or unlike charges. Now, what is electric field intensity? Electric field intensity is simply defined as force per unit positive charge. Now, electric field intensity is force upon charge. If electric field intensity is denoted by E, capital E, then mathematically the equation can be written as E is equal to F representing force, Q representing charge. Now, the according to the formula, the SI unit of the electric field intensity will be Newton per Coulomb. Now, uh, in order to explain that, we are going to suppose that there is a charge q. The This Q charge creates an electric field around it, and the it this is refers to the source charge. The strength of the source charge electric field could be measured by any other charge placed somewhere in its surrounding. Means the source charge create an electric field, and we need to find the electric field intensity of the source charge. Now we have to brought a test charge. The test charge is that charge which is used to measure the electric field intensity of the source charge. So if we brought a test charge in the influence in the field of that source charge, it will experiences an electric force. It may be either attractive or repulsive depending on the charge. Now you can see that this is your source charge, and there is the distance between them is represented by d. A test charge is brought near to it. In this case, there is the force is repulsive force. Suppose the charge is q, that is a positive charge, and a small test charge is also brought in the field of the source charge. It will experience a repulsive force. This electric force will be the measure of the electric field strength at this point. So we are going to derive a relation for it in this term of the variables that affecting the electric field strength. Which things are affecting the electric field strength is the according to the Coulomb's law, the magnitude of the both the charges and the distance between them. Now the magnitude of the both the charges, uh, we have represented the source charge by q and the test charge by small q. So instead of q1 and q2, we are going to write q and small q, and the distance between them is according to the d is the distance between them, and the square of distance between them, where is k is the Coulomb's constant and it has a fixed value 9 into 10 power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. Now we are going to find the electric field strength, since this is the electric force, and electric field strength by definition is E is equal to F upon Q. Substituting the value of F, that is K Q small q into test test charge into the source charge divided by this test charge, and this is the distance between them. We will get that k into the source charge upon the distance square of the distance. So the new formula for electric field strength in terms of the variable affecting is kq upon d square, where q is the source charge and d is the distance of separation from the source charge. Now we are going to do a numerical related to that. A charge q acts at a point charge to create an electric field. This is your source charge. Its strength measured at a distance of 30 centimeter away is 40 Newton per Coulomb. So electric field intensity at a distance of 30 centimeter is this. What is the magnitude of electric field strength, and what you would expect to be measured at a distance of 60 centimeter away? So you need to find the magnitude of the electric field strength at a distance of 60 centimeters. Now your formula is equal is you know that uh, E is equal to F upon Q. Now by using uh, in terms of the variable affecting it is E is equal to KQ by D square. So we are going to apply the formula in this. This is your E electric field strength is 40. The value of K is 9 into 10 power 9. Q is the test charge. We need to calculate that before calculating the its strength at a distance of 60 centimeter. So, and this is at a distance of 3 centimeter. So first we are going to find the value of the magnitude of the test charge. So test charge is found to be zero point 0.4 into 10 power 9 coulomb by applying E is equal to uh, K Q upon D square. Now, now we are going to find electric field intensity at a distance of 6.6 meter away. Again, the same formula is used. Now over here, their distance of separation is zero point 0.6. We have already calculated this is the other charge is equal to zero point 0.4 into 10 power minus 9. By applying this in the equation, we get 10 Newton per coulomb. Now, electric field intensity is 10 Newton per coulomb. Means if the distance is doubled, the intensity is reduced to one fourth because it is the separation E is inversely proportional to the square of distance. If distance is doubled, it means that double means the double square 2 square is equal to 4. It means that the intensity is reduced to one fourth. Initially the intensity was 40. If the distance is double, 40 divided by d square is equal to 10 Newton per coulomb, which is verified. So that this is how we are going to find the electric field intensity. Now I will show you a video just to okay, now I will show you the video just that will show you the
If you imagine any charged object, it will always have its own electric field all the way around it. Just like masses have gravitational fields and magnets have magnetic fields. Why this is important though, let's imagine that we have two particles, one with a positive charge and the other with a negative charge. Although you can think of the electric fields as diffuse areas of influence all around them, in physics we show them with field lines, which are just lines with arrows on. And importantly, the arrows will always go from positive to negative. So they go out of our positive particle, but into our negative particle. The other thing to remember when you're drawing them is you have to draw them at right angles to the surface. So perpendicular like this. And if you're asked to draw them in the exam, make sure you show a fair few. For example, 8 like we have here. Now, the strength of the field is strongest close to the particle, and it gets weaker the further away you get. So as charged particles get closer together, their electric fields will start to interact more and more. If they're oppositely charged, like our particles here are, then there will be an attractive force between them, which we can call an electrostatic force, or in this case, electrostatic attraction. We can actually show this with their field lines by extending the field lines from the positive particle all the way over to the negative particle. Because remember, they always go from the positive to the negative charge. If instead, though, we had two particles of the same charge, for example, two positive particles or two negative particles, then the two particles would repel each other because like charges repel. One last.
okay. Now so you have seen how to draw the electric fields for a positive charge and for the negative charge. So uh, now the direction of the electric field is always direction in the direction that a positive charge would push or pull if placed in the space surrounding the source charge. So the direction is that if the source charge is attracting or repelling, it is the direction of arrow is according to that. And the second thing is you note down that If the strength of electric field is more, it means the density of the lines, these arrow lines we are making is more, and the for the if the density is less, the field lines are apart from that region where the density is less. So the strength of the electric field at any point is can be represented by the density of charge. For more strength, the more number of lines are there. Okay, then these are the few properties of the electric field lines. The lines begins on positive charges and terminates on the negative charges. The number of lines drawn emerging from or terminating on a charge is proportional to the magnitude of the charge. Means that the density, if the density is more, the number of lines should be more. If the density is less, the number of lines should be less. No two fields ever cross in a charge-free region. The field lines never crosses each other, and the line approaches the conductive surface perpendicularly. These imaginary lines has to be drawn to the must be drawn perpendicular to the surface. Okay, now the field line of the isolated negative and positive charge. You can see that you are going to draw the field lines for the positive charge. The arrows are pointing outwards, that is the field is originating from the positive source, and for the negative it must be pointing inwards as the field is going into this or terminating over here. So this is the electric field uh, uh, for for an isolated positive charge, and this is for an isolated negative charge. And for the two charges, the both are positive charge, the field line, you see they never cross each other, and you can see that they are separated, they never cross each other, and all the arrows are pointing outward because both are positive, and this will show you the both are negative. All the arrows are pointing inward, but they never cross each other. And the positively and negative charge, this is for showing you attraction. They are originating from positive and terminate at the negative, and again they will never uh, cross each other. So thank you. This is about today's lesson. uh, Thank you, and Allah Hafiz.